YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I have a sad video today. I have to return my beautiful Chanel mini O case that I just got last week. This was my last video. You saw me unboxing this and I was excited about it. I told you what a fantastic deal I got it for on the RealReal. I got it $100 off retail, or at least off current retail. It was $25 off original retail because this is the old model. I hadn't used it. I had it sitting on my desk for a few days and I was looking at it and one of my lights here that I use to film is a ring light and it has a magnifying glass in front of it. And I put it under the magnifying glass and looked at it and I saw this. I'm going to try to show it to you. Can you see right here how the stitching doesn't go all the way down? And there's a loose thread. You can see the loose thread there. So it has pop stitches here. It's the only thing wrong with it. And I do feel, and I felt this when I unboxed it too, you're not going to be able to see, but there's a little knot here where it feels like the stitching might be coming undone right there too. But it's definitely undone here. There are 3 holes where there's no stitching, and you can feel the little knot at the end of the thread. Other than that, and the little bit of pilling on the zipper and the cloth on the zipper that I mentioned in the unboxing, other than that, it's perfect. And the thing about this is that's not something that's easily fixable, and that's something that will just get worse with use. So I need to return that. I hate to do it because it's such a beautiful little piece and it would come in handy in my bags, and I got such a good deal on it. So I'm sad to have to return it, but I'm going to have to. Like I said, I got it from the RealReal. They have a great return policy. Now, one thing you have to be careful with on the RealReal, when you buy something, in the little description box, scroll all the way to the bottom and make sure what you're buying is not a final sale item, unless you're certain that you know everything about the piece and you'll not be returning it. I typically don't buy things that are no return. I buy things that I can return if I need to. And I think something like this wasn't disclosed in the description. I think even if this was final sale, you could probably call them and tell them, hey, this wasn't disclosed, and I would think that the RealReal would return that. I don't know, I haven't had that issue before. Their return policy, I have returned things to them before, only once or twice, and what you do is you go on and fill a little form that says you're returning it, and then you pay like $12 shipping to ship it back, and you print that form and you just ship it back to them and they refund your money. Before I return it though, I wanted to show you what fits and do a quick comparison to a few other items that I have in case you're thinking about getting this. So remember, like I said, this is the old model, which means it has this kind of shiny quilted interior, and the current models have this textile interior like on this piece here. So the current ones have this kind of lining inside of them, and there are several videos on the current one. Oh, I did want to say something too. When I have a pre-loved item that there's some kind of problem with, I always get a few people that say, that's why I never buy pre-loved. That is, I really disagree with that. That kind of bugs me because most of my collection is pre-loved, and out of the, let's say 30 pieces or so that I have that are luxury pre-loved items, only about 3 of them, this one included, have had problems. This wasn't disclosed, it should have been, and I've said before, the RealReal, their photos are terrible. That's one of the reasons I don't get things that are final sale from that website. But a lot of my pieces, maybe most of the things that I've purchased pre-loved, have been from the RealReal, and I've only had 2 issues with them, this being one of them. Otherwise, I've been very happy with all my purchases there. So I really recommend pre-loved for lots of reasons I've gone through in other videos, and this will not stop me from buying pre-loved again or buying from the RealReal again. So these things happen from time to time, and even when you buy new, these things happen. So, you know, don't discount pre-loved just because you have an issue with one item. Okay, let's compare this to a few things. I often see this compared to the mini pochette from Louis Vuitton. They are about the same size, but obviously, do it this way. Obviously the width is very different, the base there. So the mini pochette has about an inch width, whereas this is just folded flat. There's the top zippers. And yeah, so you can see those are pretty much the same size. They're about 4 by 6, and let me measure this for you because I didn't do that. So this is just under 6 inches at the top. It's a little bit wider on the bottom. So just under 6 inches there, and then on the bottom it is about 6 inches on the bottom. And then the height of this piece, I'm going to measure it right in the middle, is 3.5 inches. There's the width, so because of the quilting, it's about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. And this piece is stretchy, as I'll show you when I start putting stuff in it, so it kind of bows out and has some give to it. So that was the mini pochette. Here it is against the Toiletry 15 from Vuitton. So the Toiletry 15 is a little bit taller, obviously different width, very different width, and there you can see the height difference a little bit better, the bases with the width, the zippers. So those are about the same dimensions, but big width difference there. And then here it is next to the clay by Vuitton. So if I put the clay this way, you'll see the clay is taller, but about half the width of the Chanel piece. And this is often called the mini O case. And here's my Chanel key holder. Inside it has this key ring. Now this little piece, this clip, I added on so that I can clip it to my bags as a bag charm, because clipping it from here was just a little too long. It hangs down too much. So ignore that clip. The rest of it came with the Chanel piece, and I'll compare the size of that. So you can see how much bigger the mini O case is. And there's a little more width to the key holder. There's the top and the bottoms. The last comparison I have is the mini O case with the Chanel card or coin holder. This is the boy style, and there you go. There's the width, the bases, and then the tops. This boy piece is a flap, so it doesn't have a zipper to compare. And if I stand it up like that, it's about half the width, similar to the clay from Vuitton. Here, put that in front. All right, so like I said, I haven't used this piece. The only thing I did with it, I had it sitting on my desk, and I took out my little point and shoot camera to see if that would fit in it. I ended up not carrying it in this. We went out of town last weekend and I needed my camera. I took it in my mini pochette instead, and I'll show you that in a second. But my camera does fit in here, but let me zip it up. You can see that it's pretty bulky, and this is the reason I didn't want to carry it in here, because I feel like the quilting could get smushed. And there's the camera inside. So I didn't feel like that was the smartest thing to do with it, because I didn't want to damage the O case. But it does fit. What I did instead was I put my camera in my mini pochette and zipped that up, and since this mini pochette is a little more spacious, it fits perfectly without making the item bulky. So I carried that to the graduation we went to. Let me show you a few other things about what fits. So I'll take some things out of my Tory Burch cosmetic and see what fits in here. I have this little Burt's Bees lip balm, and you'll know I don't wear makeup, but can pretend that's a lipstick. That fits in there great, so you could stack a few lipsticks in there or lip balms if you wanted. Have my Clippa bag holder. That fits great in there. Here's a pen from Pen Gems. Let's see if that fits. The pen fits, but only diagonally. And I'd also be hesitant to have the pen in there because if you have something that pokes out, this material inside feels kind of delicate, more delicate than the new model that has the textile lining. I feel like maybe the tip of the pen could puncture the inside, so I probably wouldn't carry a pen in there. Okay, I just packed this with a few things, so let me show you what's in it. I didn't pack it completely. There's still a little more room at the top where I could put a few small items, but that's all that I've got out here to show you. So let's see what's in here. I've got these two pens that are sitting diagonally. One is just a stylus and one is my Tide to Go pen. I have my Clippa bag holder. I have a scrunchie for my hair, my Swiss Army knife, and a little Burt's Bees lip balm. And that was everything that fit in there. So you could use it for a variety of reasons. You could use it as a little catch-all. If I put cards in there, there's still a lot of room around the cards. Let's see if I can stand those cards up. I would not be able to stand the cards up because you can see they'd get in the way of the zipper. If you lay a card down in here, there's still a lot of extra room because it's much bigger than a card case. That's all I have to show you on this cute little mini O case for Chanel that I wish I could keep, but that is just a problem, like I said, that'll just get worse over time and it's too difficult to fix something like that. So I'm gonna have to return it, and then if I want one again, I'll have to buy another one. I have got to get the lambskin though, I tell you, this is so soft. It's lovely. But at least with a new one, I'll be able to get the gold hardware that I prefer over silver. So there's that. And then I also think, again, that textile lining on the new one would be more sturdy than this lining. I don't know that for certain, but that's the impression I get. The inside of this just feels a little delicate. All right, that's it. If you like this video, click the like button and make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and click that bell notification icon to be notified when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye.